Pryor, a kid who was simply sensational as an amateur. I did a number of his fights in that regard. He beat Tommy Hearns for the National AAU title back in '76, and that took some doing even then. Many thought he beat Howard Davis in the Olympic box-off at Vermont. There's the tail of the tape. The age edge goes to Pryor. The height edge goes to the challenger. No real weight differential. Mild reach edge going to Blackmore. And the two fighters now in the middle of the ring. The referee will be Mills Lane. He's the man who refereed the Holmes-Burbick fight of recent vintage, or relatively so. And the fight will be scored by 3 judges. No referee's voice in the scoring. There is Mills Lane. And next to him is Davy Jacobs. Remember him? He was the man who virtually brought up Sugar Ray Leonard as his trainer. Mills Lane, again, the referee. The fight will be scored by 3 judges who are, respectively, Wayne Ford of the United States, Guy Jutri of Canada, and Cesar Ramos of Puerto Rico. 10-point must system of scoring. Mandatory 8 count. No saving by the bell, except, of course, for the 15th round. About boxing maneuvering by Pryor. He just comes at you, comes at you, comes at you. Won his last 19 fights by way of knockout. He's jawing at Blackmore right now. Let me say this. It will probably be Pryor's tactic to try and get right at Blackmore immediately, try to score a quick knockout. Should he not succeed, I think you're going to find Blackmore a surprising fighter. He seems unfazed by Pryor, by all of Pryor's talk, by all of Pryor's past aggressiveness, and he looked to me like a very good boxer, a guy who knows where he's at. And if he can survive through the middle rounds, he might conceivably actually have a change of championship. But that remains to be seen. Maybe that Pryor will get the opponent quickly. Under any circumstances, this could be a highly interesting scrap. We're almost ready for the bell for round 1. And a lot of familiar figures around here, including Larry Holmes at ringside. The one, the real, authentic heavyweight champion of the world in my book. The bell, action, round 1. Pryor quickly going at it. He never stops throwing punches. And he has the power that's reflected in his sensational knockout record. Let's see what Blackmore can do about it. Oh, quickly! In the very first round, Pryor doing exactly what he wanted to do, score a knockout quickly. Maybe that Blackmore will never even get a chance to evidence the boxing skills I suggested he had. Another good left scored by Pryor. Blackmore can't get away from him, swarming all over Lennox Blackmore. He doesn't stop, does he? And they land more often than not. Blackmore is wobbly right now. Pryor is looking for a first-round kill. He is rubbery-legged at this moment, Lennox Blackmore. And Pryor looking to put him away. Blackmore not able to push him off, not able to find room. Blackmore is trying to get in some boxing basics, ward off the opponent. I'll tell you this, judging by Patrick Ford, whom you boxing fans have seen, these guys from Guyana, he's ready to go again. That left really caught him, and Blackmore was ready to go. The point I was making is that the game, for the second time, Blackmore is down. 2 knockdowns in the first round. 1 more knockdown, and the 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Mills Lane checking the fighter's eyes, checking his responses, decides he's all right. But 1 more knockdown, and this fight is over. Pryor will give him no time by Pryor. Sensational. Lane separates them. Blackmore's eyes look slightly glazed to me, as well they should. He's taken a fearsome beating in the first round, and Pryor doesn't let up. Just punching, but big cut over the right eye of Lennox Blackmore, over the eye. The blood going into the eye. The cut registered by a left. Couldn't count the punches that Pryor has thrown in this first round. We're staying at ringside after that round. First knockdown, there it was. And somehow or other, Blackmore survived. This will be the second knockdown. That left, that's what started him. Only the ropes kept him up at that point. Then in with a right, then another left. He just throws leather incessantly. This is the way the kid fought as an amateur. Grew up in Cincinnati, Aaron Pryor did. Really a Cincinnati kid, but since taking on Davy Jacobs as his trainer, he lives in Sugar Ray Leonard country, Palmer Park. The fact that Blackmore is still in the fight, he's on his feet. They've repaired the cut over the right eye, at least for now. No sign of blood, and the bell for round two. Active first round for Mills Lane, a super active first round for Pryor, who comes out throwing the same leather. Blackmore doesn't seem to find a way to get away from him. Blackmore doesn't look too steady. You can see that for yourselves. There, a left and a right in combination, and Blackmore is ready to go down again. There it is, a left. And maybe this time it's over. The timekeeper standing up. Blackmore right above us. And he doesn't know where he's at. Lane checking him again. He got up in time, and the fight goes on. Now we have 3 knockdowns. That's it. He's got to stop it. Mills Lane did the right thing. Quickly in the second round. A stopping of the fight by Mills Lane. They'll call it a technical knockout. But I'll tell you, a savage performance by Aaron Pryor. This kid is a coming fighter. He talks about Leonard. He talks about Hearns. I'm not sure that he can get up to that weight category. The TKO came at 58 seconds of the second round. It was a massacre. Pryor fighting exactly the way he wanted to fight. The only chance Blackmore had was the strategy I had enunciated before the fight began. I knew Pryor would come out this way, and he did. But Blackmore's hope was to survive. Let Pryor punch himself out and then take over with boxing skills. At least that was his plan. The theory never had a chance. So Aaron Pryor remains the WBA junior welterweight champion of the world. A spectacular defense, as we saw it here in the Matador Arena at the Hacienda Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll be right back. Here we are at ringside with the winner and still champion, Aaron Pryor, and the key question has to be, what took you so long?
Well, that's what I've been saying to myself, what took me so long, because it took a long while for me to get him to sign. But we got it going, thanks to Don King, and that's the way I want it.
Did you ever dream it would really be that easy? You swarmed all over him from the very beginning.
Well, how it actually was, it looked easy on the outside. The inside, I'm sure you heard this before a lot of times. It looks easy on the outside, but actually we were going about 50, 60 miles an hour in there, and that's hard to do for the pace that I carry.
You've carried a tremendous pace. What we're going to do right now is look at your 3 knockdowns of the opponent. This was knockdown number 1. Look at that left. That's when he went down.
Don King took me out in the training camp in all how in the country where ain't nobody at. And I got all this training inside me, and I knew the only way I wanted to go is down like he went, because he was a good fighter.
That was the second one. The ropes kept him from going down for a moment.
Well, I noticed after that first left hook that I can hit him with a left hook. And when I came back, my corner told me, he said, look, go left hook crazy.
This
I
was
thought the
the
referee
third
should have
one.
stopped the fight. I thought
And
the
that
referee
was
should
the
have stopped.
third one.
I didn't think he should have got back up after this.
And then,
continued
of
the fight.
course, Mills Lane had to stop it. He could wait no longer. I tell you, you fight at the most insistent pace, and I think Davy Jacobs, who's now with you, should get some credit.